Now, in today's video, we're taking a look at the Rig M2 Pro HD. This is a USB-based microphone that you'll be able to connect to a variety of devices to upscale your audio, especially if you're streaming. And one of the things I like about this solution is that it's very compact, it's super easy to use, it doesn't require any software, but we have to check and see, having no software, is that a pro or a con? We're going to see that in a couple seconds, and then we'll hear what the audio quality sounds like. So let's get right to it. Now, the specs are pretty clear and simple with these. And one of the things that makes these very unique is that you could actually Bluetooth connect your earbuds. Typically, if you're going to be listening to audio, when it comes to any type of mic, you need a wired set of headphones, right? And those wired set of headphones have to be physically connected to the microphone. In this case, you can pair Bluetooth headphones to it, which makes it super unique. And it's something that I haven't seen in other mics before. So let's take a look at some of the specs. Now, as we mentioned, we're looking at the M2 Pro HD. It is USB streaming mic, which is crafted for creators, and I would say it would fall into the gaming space. It does have Bluetooth, and by pressing this button, you're basically toggling between having your Bluetooth mic and then your wired mic, because it will support it, and it's ready for PC or Mac. On the back here, we'll see more of the specifications. First of all, you can see the size of the driver here. So we're looking at a 16 millimeter driver. Playback and volume controls with Bluetooth pairing, and you can see that here. Mic gain and push to mute, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, desktop, and then also stand with the boom arm compatibility. So basically what that means is that it comes with a stand, but you could also use a boom arm if you'd like to, and you'll see that in a couple seconds. So pretty much this is a cardioid pattern type, I would say, microphone. And you can see the condenser range. The response range is anywhere between 20 and 20 kilohertz. Let's see what else is important here. 100 dB dynamic range. And the audio, right? So the sample rate goes 4896 or up to 192 kilohertz, which is important. And then you can see all the playback options. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. Now, when you get this mic, there is some assembly required. And pretty much all you're doing is putting these screws in and the screw for the base here. So this screw comes off, and let me show you how this comes off. Once the screw is off, what you have here is the mount. So if you want to have this overhead like this, like let's say put this on camera, you want to hold it up like this, you can if you have a boom arm, or if you have one coming from the side. The mics, at least the boom arms that I use, at least for what I'm doing now, come from the side. So it's kind of like one of those low profile mics arms. So this will support either. And what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and connect this back on so that we can look at the rest of the features. And got to get it aligned. Okay, there's a line now. And we'll go ahead and tighten this up. All right, there it goes. Now it's connected. On the very bottom here, you're going to notice that you have your headphone jack. Here you have your USB-C cable. It's not an XLR, only USB-C. And then it pretty much looks like this. Very, very slim. The badge in the back here can be replaced, and you could put whatever you'd like if you want to personalize it, especially if let's say, for example, if you're having a boom arm like this and you could see it, maybe you want to have your logo here, or if you have camera coming towards you, you could change that badge in the back to fit however you'd like. You'll notice it is very slim and low profile. So this is what I said, this could possibly fall in the category of mobile, because I can see myself taking these two screws off, because that's all it takes, and then it becomes super compact and throw it in a backpack. That's something to consider. On the front here, you have, this is a push button, so you go from Bluetooth to headphone. Over here, you push to mute, and you also have your dial control. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see how it sounds. All right, so now all the audio is coming from the mic, and a couple things I just wanted to highlight here. First of all, the distance that the mic is from my face is probably about 2 hands, right? So if I were to think about, this is one hand, and then I were to put another hand like this, it's probably about 2 hands of distance, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the mic to the right, and you can see that on the overhead. And I'm going to continue to talk, testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to turn it to the other side and continue to talk and see how much does it stop picking up, right? Because we just want to see that. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stay quiet and I'm going to start touching the mic. I want to see how much noise is picked up, right? I'm also going to touch the mic on its sides. Okay, I'm now going to tap, or I'm going to tap lightly. Okay, I'm going to tap slightly. Now I'm doing all these taps because sometimes it's unavoidable that we all have these mannerism things that you do or little ticks that you do. So as you're on your podcast, your game, you may tend to have a pencil or pen and tap it lightly, or you may touch the mic. So I wanted to see how much is being captured so you can get a sense. I'm not touching it at all, and now this is what it sounds like without me touching it at all. So we want to see what that audio is like. Now I'm going to take a step back because right now we said that we have two hands distance, right? Which is if I am using this in a podcast, I try to have at least one hand. And now this is two hands away. I'm going to take one step back. This is a test, 1, 2, 3. This is a test, which is going to be about 4 hands away. I'm going to take another step back. This is a test, 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Now that is, that's an arm's length. My arm isn't even getting close to it. So if you think about this distance, it's an arm and a half. So this is going to give you a sense of how responsive the mic is. So now let's talk about the software. The mics with the Bluetooth and also the corded solution works really well, but I will say it's tricky depending on the operating system that you're in. And I would have preferred that this had a software package. I like the fact that this is truly plug and play. You just plug it in and it works. But I would have preferred if there was some type of software that I can manage the, again, noise gate settings, change the tonality. Maybe I like the deeper type voice, more like a radio host or podcast host. There's no controls. So this is really targeted to someone who just wants something to plug and play and go and still step up their audio. So this is what the audio would sound like. This is a test, 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Is this the mic for you? That only you can answer. See you in the next video.